Grace, thank you so much for meeting with me. I'm really excited to be able to talk to you. First question, how did you get into fashion?
So I was living in London and I went to Central St. Martin's, but I didn't do fashion. I did my degree in graphic design. And the owner of ID magazine, which is a very cool street Bible fashion magazine, he came to give us a talk in year 2. And I thought, oh wow, ID magazine is so cool. So I went up to talk to him. And because I didn't know anything at that point about fashion, I just thought I was like the hot shit. And I said, oh, you know, I want to have my own magazine, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, you dress very well. Do you want to come and work for us, intern for us? I'm like, oh, okay. And then he said, do you want to become a fashion stylist? I'm like, what is that? I didn't even know what it was. So I started interning at ID magazine and then just met Edward Enningford, who was the fashion director at that point. The whole fashion world just opened up. And then when I graduated, I went to ID as an editorial assistant, and that's how I got into fashion.
Wow. I'm curious as to what your family thought, because, you know, Asian family, doctors, lawyers, etc. Fashion may be a bit more borderline. What did they think?
I mean, my mom is a very fashionable person, and I think I learned a lot how to dress, how to put clothes together through my mom, because she's super stylish. But she's colorblind, which is really interesting. So she can't see certain colors, but yet she can put like really sick outfits together since we were really young. So I've got we're 4 girls.
Yes.
And all of us are very different. I'm the most fun, clearly.
Obviously.
Obviously, and I'm a twin. So my taste in clothes is very different from all my siblings. However, we all dress very well, but just different style. What was the question?
Oh, well, what did your family think about fashion?
Yes.
Did they approve, or did they want you to do something more traditional?
No, my parents are actually quite chill. My dad is a businessman, he's an accountant.
Okay.
And he's mute, basically. He never say anything because, you know, a house full of women, he could not get a word in. My mom, because she loves fashion, so to her, it's a no-brainer, right? But my mom is so good in the sense that she never pushed me into doing things I don't want. Like my elder sister who passed away sadly, she was a businesswoman. My second sister got 2 degrees, you know, she's a lawyer and also an accountant. My twin sister is an architect, so everyone has a very professional.
Profession.
So when I did graphic design, of course they're like, graphic design, what are you going to do? What does that even mean, you know? Till today, my mom thinks that I'm a fashion designer, not a fashion stylist.
Really?
She can't tell the difference. They didn't not approve, but I think they were quite different from other kind of Asian parents, which is quite refreshing. So my parents just let me do whatever hell I want, basically. So that was quite surreal.
Yeah, and I guess liberating.
Yes, yes. So now when I teach my kid, same thing. As long as you do something you're really good at and really enjoy, that is the core of having a good career.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen because of all this AI stuff, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, if you don't do something you enjoy, going to work is a chore. Otherwise, and it's not a good feeling.
So yeah, definitely enjoyment, that's important. What about the people you work with? I'm interested in knowing who influenced you or who has influenced you professionally. Because you've had a really successful career, haven't you? You've had a substantial, long career. Not calling you old, Grace, but...
Hey, I'm 53 young. I'm very proud of it.
I'm even older, Grace, so yeah.
I think I've met a lot of people that have influenced me in a huge way. I mean, Edward Enningford is one of them. What he brought to my table was how he handles people in shoots. When we're doing fashion shoots, whether it's advertising or editorial, he's very good with people. So watching him handle different sorts of people in the fashion world is very interesting, and he's so good at it. Yeah. And also he brings a lot of fun every time we do something together. So that was embedded in my head to how to bring joy and fun and to a shoot. That's really important because what we do is all about having fun, and fashion is fun. Yes. My husband actually teaches me a lot how to deal with people because he's so much calmer than I am. And he's a fashion photographer, he does short film documentary. The way he deals with people is quite an eye-opening for me when I first met him. And he's just very genuine and calm. The way, even when he's stressed, which is really annoying, Because when I'm stressed, I'm stressed. But when he's stressed, he takes a minute and then he just really, he knows how to deal with people when they are having a crisis, basically, you know, and when there's a, you know, during the photo shoot, so many things can go wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
He never let it affect him.
Right, so he's got a lot of emotional, mental control there.
Oh yeah.
So you must have experienced some quite difficult situations, photo shoots, maybe not much time. I imagine, I don't want to assume, but I imagine you may have worked with some diva types. How have you managed difficult people? What are your tricks? I mean, staying calm ideally, but tell us about a situation and how you
When you're younger, it's harder because, you know, I started working when I was like about 25.
Yeah.
And when you're younger, you kind of feel like you need to suck it up. And also the fashion industry is all about, you know, who you hang out with, who you party with. And I think when you're younger, it's definitely harder to maneuver around difficult people because you just think that, oh, I'm not qualified to even give a voice. I mean, I know probably millennial, Gen Z these days are a lot more vocal, right?
Yes, they are.
But, you know, we're Gen X. So at that point, you know, when I started working, I thought, oh, I had to suck it out when someone treats me bad.
Yeah.
And even with this mouth, I did have to suck it up, you know, because you just think that, oh, I'm not allowed to say anything. But I mean, there's difficult people all the time. People think I'm difficult or I'm a diva, which I quite like because that means I'm not a walkover.
Yeah.
That means that I know how to say no.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that a lot of people can't do.
Yeah.
I think now, you know, 53 young, I would say that how to deal with difficult people is to make sure you don't let them step all over you. And then you're firm, but not mean. But I'm the kind of person, if you are mean to me, I will retaliate.
And you'll remember.
And I don't forgive and forget.
Oh, wow, let that be a warning to us. Well, no, I'm only joking. You must have met so many well-known people in your industry. Do you get intimidated, or did you used to get intimidated by the likes of, I don't know, Lewis Hamilton, Linda Evangelista, Naomi Campbell? And what did you do before you knew you were going to meet them and then to manage and focus on a job?
With all the supermodels like Kate Moss, Naomi, Linda, it wasn't like I was intimidated.
No.
I was starstruck completely because I was only in my early 30s.
Yeah,
you know?
that's still young.
And I used to watch them. I mean, read the magazines.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I grew up reading Vogue and all these IT magazines. And then when you are in the same room as them, you kind of have a pinch me moment. And you're like, wow, that's surreal, you know? I think with Lewis Hamilton, when I met him with my husband, it was at a Gucci dinner hosted by Wendy Murdoch.
Oh.
And we were the only F1 fans there.
Yeah.
No one else knew who he was. So we were talking to him for ages. I couldn't believe it. I almost fainted. And I said to Jason, if I faint, drag my head next to his head and take a picture, please, you know? I think now at this age, I kind of feel like these people are also normal people. They shit, they eat and they drink, and, you know, they're just normal people.
Yeah.
You know, they're just on a different level in their career, right?
Yeah.
So I try not to, I get excited. I wouldn't say I get intimidated, I get excited, but they're just normal people as well.
With normal insecurities, 100%. Potentially.
100%.
Yeah.
And there's one thing interesting about Lewis Hamilton when I met him.
Yeah.
Because he was almost winning the championship.
Right.
And he was fighting with his teammate, Nico Rosberg in Mercedes.
Right.
And I did say to him, bring home the championship. And he goes, oh, I'm not sure whether I can do that.
Really?
And I was like, no way. You've won 6 championships already.
Yeah.
It was so crazy to me. And he didn't win that year. But it was so surprising to me that how humble he was. And I thought, wow, lesson learned. Someone like him also have self-doubt.
Self-doubt.
And it was quite refreshing to hear him saying those words, because I thought, wow, I would have thought he would be a bit more big-headed. He's so not like that. Yeah. So that's why, and anyone that bitch about my Lewis, I'm like, no, he's such a nice guy.
Yeah, yeah. In your career, in your life, you've actually gone through a number of changes, transitions, both in terms of the countries that you've lived in, you know, from the UK, Hong Kong, China to Australia and now Melbourne. You've also made slight transitions with your career. Can you tell me how difficult is it to make these transitions? How have you navigated these?
I didn't find it difficult even to move from Hong Kong to Perth, which is very different when you're young. So I left home when I was like 12, 13 to go to UK boarding school. So this is the age that my son's now.
Yeah.
He's 12. And I thought, wow, actually, I could not imagine sending him away to so far away. My parents were in Hong Kong and we were in UK, you know?
Wow.
So it's actually pretty young to send your kid away, and I didn't even think about that. I think that helped me to grow up quicker and be more mature.
Yes.
And I left UK to go to and live in Paris when I was 18 after high school, and I didn't know anyone. I had one friend who was going with me from my UK boarding school, but I couldn't even speak French.
Yeah.
I just went. And then from there, I went back to UK, and by the time I got to Shanghai for the VOGUE China job, again, I didn't know anyone. I couldn't even speak Mandarin. You know, I just went. I think when you're younger, you definitely need to travel around and do things that scares you, because you don't even think about that. The older you get, the more fear factor you have, especially when you have a family.
Yes.
You know, now I'm a lot more anxious about everything compared to when I was younger. Because back then I didn't have to worry about anybody apart from myself, you know? And even then I didn't worry about myself. So I think to me, moving to different countries, it doesn't scare me at all. I think is when you have to start a new career, that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
But now I've gone to the stage that I like to do things that are a little bit scary or the unknown, just to test myself how far I can push myself. Because, you know, we've only got one life. Who knows what's going to happen, right? So you definitely have to try something that you're scared of.
And you've actually said no to Anna Wintour, apparently, when she made a career offer to you. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And is that part of your boundary setting and knowing who you are and what your values are, especially becoming a mother?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think motherhood changed me the most.
Really?
Out of everything.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Which I did not expect. I think the thing about being a parent is that no one tells you how hard it is. It is hard. And even when my kid was born, he was born in Hong Kong, I had, you know, a network of people to help me.
Yeah.
No one tells you how hard it is. You know, I never even thought about the anxiety I will have because of him. And when Anna Wintour called me, we just moved from Hong Kong to Perth.
Yeah.
It was a 1-year anniversary and she called me. So basically what happened was my former boss, the editor-in-chief of VOGUE China, she was leaving. And then Edward Anningford, he was at British Vogue at that point as an editor-in-chief. So he called me one day and I was watching The Crown with my husband in Perth, you know? And my phone was just going off and I got all these messages and I got all these like missed calls from UK, like +44. I'm like, I'm not answering it because I don't know the number.
No.
And then my friend from Paris called me and said, hey, Edward's looking for you, because we used to both assist Edward.
Right.
She was like, Edward's looking for you, you need to call him. So I called him and he said, Grace, where are you? As I'm in Perth, moved to Perth. He goes, anyone who wants to talk to you because they're looking for a new editor-in-chief of VOGUE China.
Yeah.
And me and Jonathan Newhouse, who owns Condé Nast International, we highly recommended you, so she wants to talk to you. I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy.
It is.
So then next day, her PA contacted me and arranged a time to do a Zoom call. And I have to say, she was very cool, nice, and yeah, so we spoke for quite a bit. And immediately, I just didn't want to live in China again.
Yeah.
And also, it was during COVID. I'm germophobic. How's that going to work out? That's not going to work out very well.
Yeah.
So, of course, I spoke to my husband. This is a great opportunity, but we both felt that we would never see each other. And that kind of high-pressure job, I'm so over it.
Yeah.
Because by the time I left VOGUE China, I gave birth to my son.
Yeah.
But still, I kind of felt like they were expecting a lot from me.
Yes.
And still travel. Still work as if like I don't have a family. I'm like, I can't do that anymore.
No, no.
I definitely value my family a lot more than my job.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think not until you become a parent. I mean, if I was single, sure, I'll take that job straight away.
Yeah.
For a few seconds when I knew this phone call was coming, this Zoom call was coming, I thought, wow, all those bitches that bitch about me, this is my revenge, you know?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And they will have to suck up to me. They will have to like, you know, order. And I thought, oh, that's such a lovely feeling. That's my revenge. However, the sensible side came in.
Yeah.
How's my husband going to survive in China without speaking the language?
Yeah.
It's just going to be a lot for all of us. And I just didn't want to bring up my son in China.
Yeah.
And so as much as like part of me was like, oh my God, that's such a great opportunity. And the most part of my brain was going, no, this is not a good idea.
Yeah. So no regrets, really.
No.
At the end of the day, when you think about it,
No.
sort of logically, no regrets. Yeah.
Also, I think afterwards, when people found out that I was approached, all of them, 10 out of 10, you know, people would say, are you crazy?
Yeah. You missed that opportunity.
You missed out.
Yeah.
Like, in life, it depends what you consider success, right? Because to me,
Yes.
now,
Yes.
to be successful is to be at peace with yourself,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
With yourself, with what you have. The more you chase something, the more you're not going to get.
Yeah. Wow.
And I've learned that after 53 years of living, you know, whereas if in my 20s, that would be like a no-brainer. I'll take that job, even if I can't do it, even if it's going to stress me out. But now I couldn't care less about stuff like that. So I think it depends what your level of success is, whether, you know, and the problem I deal with a lot of like wealthy people, you know, especially when I was at VOGUE China, because I shoot all of them, right?
Yeah.
I can tell you right now that a lot of them are so unhappy because they keep chasing that kind of financial, you know, approval from their peers, from society. It's never enough. It's never enough.
Yeah.
And they always compare to themselves with other rich people. Oh, they've got this, I haven't got that, so I need to work even harder, which means that you have no family life. And I might not be rich, mega rich, but I'm so grateful for what I have.
Yeah.
And also, I have a loving, you know, husband and a kid, and our unit is so strong.
Yes.
To me, that is success.
Yeah.
So not everything is about money and fame.
And you've really not completely moved on from fashion at all, but seems like you've become a little bit more jaded and
100%.
with fashion and, you know, this relentless need to encourage people to buy more, have designer goods. And you've moved on to being a menopause advocate.
Yes.
And recently you went to Canberra to meet, I was going to say Gerard Butler, but no, Mark Butler, the Health Minister. Can you tell us about that and how did you end up in this menopause women's health area?
So when I was living in Perth, one day I got struck by perimenopause, which I didn't even know that word, perimenopause. I've never heard of it before. I heard about menopause. And basically, overnight, I didn't sleep for 3 months. And I thought, what is going on? It was so crazy. And then the rage, the mood swing, it's a different kind of, I mean, I'm a moody bitch, but the perimenopause rage is so different, so different. And I felt like my brain was outside my body for 3 months, you know. Of course, I had lack of sleep and everything else. I thought, what is going on? But luckily, I followed Davina McCall, who's a really famous TV presenter and also a huge menopause advocate in the UK. So through her, I went down the rabbit hole of menopause. And I thought, oh my God, this is what I have. So I did a checklist of all my symptoms. And then I realized, oh my God, it is perimenopause.
Right.
So then I started talking to a few of my friends who are roughly the same age, whether they're going through it. A lot of them were going through it, and a lot of them were in fashion. And I said, you know what, let's talk about this more, because I don't hear people talk about this often, right? None of them wanted to talk to me about it on my Instagram. And I thought, wow, this is really odd, because this is going to happen to every single woman.
Yeah.
Why are we not talking about this and normalizing this? So then I finally found one friend that's willing to talk about it. So she was on my first episode of Grace Lam, menopause, my IG series on my social media, Grace Lam Style. And I thought, it's so nice to be able to talk frankly. I mean, I'm a very direct person, so I want to normalize the conversation so younger girls, like your daughter, wouldn't feel shameful talking about this, you know, and also want to educate young boys. Like my son knows about perimenopause since I was going through it, like through, you know, when he was like 7 or 8, right?
Yes.
So he has no qualm of talking about, you know, women's health, you know, and I would talk about period with him, what he should do if his classmate has a bleed and she doesn't know. You take your
Yes.
cardigan, you wrap it around her waist and go, by the way, something's happening, we should go to the toilet or something. Just
Yeah, I
normalize the conversation.
Yeah.
Because it is so normal, you know?
Yes.
So I started doing this whole menopause series, and then it got more traction. Some media company, saw it and they know about it.
Yeah.
So how the health minister, Mark Butler, knows me is because I keep tagging the shit out of him for 3 years on Instagram.
It's relentless.
But as much as I don't
Yeah.
like social media, sometimes
Yes.
it's very helpful.
It is.
So basically, I tag him and Assistant Health Minister Rebecca White for 3 years straight. Tag them in every single thing that I do, to the
Yes.
point that they realize who I was.
Yeah.
And then last year, when I moved to Melbourne a year ago, I got like an email from the health minister saying, we'd love to invite you to do a Zoom meeting. And I thought it was a scam, almost deleted it. And I thought, what? That's surreal. So it was not a scam.
No.
We were talking, so they want to get ideas of what I thought, along with Perry Godmother Shirley Horton, who are also in my menopause gang, what we think they should do for the perimenopause nationwide campaign. So it's the first one.
Yeah.
So the reason I went to Canberra Parliament House recently is because they invited me to the launch of the first ever perimenopause campaign for Australia. So it was a surreal moment because I thought,
Yeah.
I'm not from here.
No.
And then to be invited by the health minister who knows who the hell I am,
Yeah.
and also to represent women, like
Yes.
lived experience women, I thought it was so surreal.
Yeah.
And then I told my mom, and I sent her a picture, and she's like, "Is it AI?" Because she thought, I AI.
Did she really?
I mean, for God's
Did
sake,
she
mom,
really?
So you know how Asian moms, your mom's from Hong Kong.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where you tell them something, and then they'll repeat it 10 times. And you're like, I just told you that, mom.
Yeah.
So it was a really good experience for me, and then also to keep the conversation going. So I've done like 35 episodes already,
Wow.
and it's just been amazing because I don't know a lot. I mean, I know a lot more now than compared to 3 years ago, but because I didn't know much about perimenopause, I thought, what is the best way to do this?
By asking
By
questions.
asking experts,
yes.
right?
Yes, and shining a light.
So-
yeah.
I interviewed doctors, nurses, scientists, researchers, menopause advocates, and I've learned so much from these women. And I think the key is when you're surrounded by clever people, make sure you're the dumbest one, because then you can ask silly questions without people judging you,
Yeah.
And it's the only way to learn and grow.
Yeah. And you're probably asking questions that people secretly want to know.
Yeah.
Because we haven't previously talked about this. I mean, the fact that a lot of your friends did not want to, no, I'm not going to go on camera. I mean, but perhaps that will change. And definitely
That's
for the
very fashion people though, because they want to protect the persona of being young, fabulous, and all of that.
not having periods or, I mean, hello.
Hello. I mean, we're all going to go through menopause,
Yes,
So it's
yes.
why are we hiding? I just don't understand,
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
This is the last question on kind of, Grace Lam career. I want to know, what advice would you give to Gen X women who are in their 40s, 50s? And then also, what advice would you give to women who are starting out their careers, maybe early 20s and mid 20s? Pearls of wisdom
So,
from you, Grace.
For Gen X ladies, I would say don't be afraid.
Right,
Don't be
okay.
afraid to start something new, whether it's a new hobby, new career, and going to live in a new city. I think with our generation, mostly also because, if we have a family, we put our family first, clearly, and then we put ourselves second, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we can't do that, but I also think that you need to start to grow as a person, because your kids are going to leave, right? So then what?
Yeah.
So you need to start planning your future in a sense,
Yes.
whether you have a partner or not.
Yes.
And that's why I started also my Grace Lam style coffee club all around different states, because I want to build a woman community
Yeah.
that we're going to help each other, true sisterhood, not pretend sisterhood, which I come across a lot during my work, period.
Interesting.
And I think for women at our age, we're too settled, and I almost feel like we need to branch out and do something that scares us. in order to go past that hurdle of the unknown.
Yeah.
And for younger girls, definitely learn how to say no so that it becomes a habit. I'm not saying, you know, if your mom says, clean up your room, no, it's not that. It's when you are in an uncomfortable situation or someone does something that makes you feel uncomfortable, you need to learn how to say no and reject that, or remove yourself, or just protect yourself in the best way possible.
Yeah.
But a lot of people can't say no, you know?
Yeah,
And
is this the good girl syndrome? You know,
I think also the people-pleasing
yes,
element,
yes.
which I don't agree, you know? Don't be a people-pleaser, especially when you're that age, because once you become a people-pleaser, that's all you know. And that's not good. So definitely learn how to say no and stand up for yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grace Lam, thank you so much.
Thank you, that was fun.
Thank you.